welcome back to my channel. We are now free from that sweat challenge. You already saw my, was it evening routine? I think it was an evening routine. But now we're going to be doing another video, which I have done one or two of these before, but I haven't done one of these for a while, and I thought I'd bring it back. So, you may note I have been shopping, or you would assume I've been shopping, because we've got two different bags. One from Morrison's, one from Tesco, but I did go to Tesco. Essentially, I'm all for reusing bags. I've been reusing these bags for like a year and they haven't broken yet, so we're doing well. So I'm sure you guys can gather what I'm going to be doing today. If you haven't already read the title down there, I don't know. I always think it's up there because it used to be up there, but now it's down below, isn't it? I thought I'd share with you guys like a general basic sort of weekly shop that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and do this because some of the stuff needs to go to the fridge, some of it needs to go in the freezer, and then I can continue my day. I just sort of get to the till, throw whatever I can into each bag. So that's the situation. And I have to also admit, there's one item that I do regularly get that I haven't put into these bags because I already have some left over in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what that is. It is orange juice. I get that quite regularly, but I've still got like half a carton left, so didn't need any reason to buy it. Let's go ahead with what I bought today. Today's Sunday. Usually on Saturday evenings, or at some point on Saturday, or even on Friday, depending what my Saturdays are looking like, I will go through and sort of think ahead with what sort of meals I want to make in the coming week or a couple of weeks. Some of this stuff won't be made this week, essentially because when I cook for myself, I usually cook for 4 people, so I tend to have the same thing generally for 4 nights in a row or something. I sort of have recipes where I can use that certain item for more than one meal. Like say for example, mincemeat I would get and I'll have bolognese, and that will do me fine for 4 to 5 days, depending on what I add into the mince. Sometimes it will go up to 4 days, sometimes 5, and so forth. So, first thing on my list is some gluten-free, go-free honey flakes. I have mentioned in the past that I'm sort of trying to swap out a couple of things so they are gluten-free. I'm not 100% gluten-free, but I like the taste of some of the gluten-free options. Like I tend to have gluten-free pastas and gluten-free cereal at the moment. I go through a pack of these like every 2 weeks, and I'm coming up to the end of my previous packet, so that is why I've got that. A weekly standard for me is semi-skimmed milk. This is my go-to milk. I do love some milk in my cereal and for tea and for anything else. Like, for example, it's pancake day next week, so I need more milk for that. I've got some spring onions. I don't really know why I took the label to know what they're called then. I've got some spring onions. Don't know yet what I'm going to plan to make with this yet, but I thought I'd get some because I haven't had some for a while. We have got some diced chicken breast. We have got some diced lamb shoulder. I said that really quickly. We have got some cooked and peeled king prawns. I have yet to decide what I'm going to make with those 3 items. They'll probably go in the freezer. Got some mozzarella. I feel like I wanted to have like a sort of salad at some point. I've already got some spinach in my fridge, which is what I use for the salad leaves. So I feel like I want to cut up some mozzarella and put it into a salad, maybe with some prawns, or I don't know yet. I have not yet decided. Just because I like a little treat in the evenings. Don't you love it when your battery runs out? Yeah, I also bought some Oreo yogurt because I kind of have a sweet tooth and I like having chocolate mousses or some sort of thing in the evenings. And I'm not a huge pudding person, but every now and again I feel like I want to have some of these. I actually do have some grapes in my fridge, which are a good contender for puddings as well. They just sort of take that thin bit. Going on about fruit, actually, I got some bananas. I do also have some apples up there and some oranges up there, which I bought whilst I was at work last week to eat, and brought back the excess amount to have just in case I went off over the weekend or something. So yeah, I always get bananas. I always get a bunch of bananas, I should say, because I have them at like some point during the day at work most days. Sometimes I will actually get them on a Monday at lunchtime and then have them on my desk all week. But this week I said I'd buy them today. We have got some six big and fresh eggs. And I am definitely one of those people who, I don't know who doesn't, but when I'm in the shop I will go through and open them and check them, make sure they're okay. I have had it before where I haven't checked them and it smashed all over and it was not a very good day, so I always check them now. It's pancake day on Tuesday and I had 2 eggs left over in my fridge, but it's likely I'll eat them before then, because every now and again, even though I have cereal, I will have like eggs and bacon in the morning. I know, especially now that I'm waking up earlier, I tend to have a bigger breakfast. More meat, I got some British lean beef steak mince. I always go for the 5% fat. Healthier and nicer, I think. And I'll probably make some sort of bolognese with this, I think. I forgot to get chopped tomatoes, so I expect when I'm at work I will probably get some chopped tomatoes at lunch or something, because one of the things that I usually do is I check my cupboards before I go out for a shop, but I didn't do that today, so I don't really know. I have just realised I bought wraps as well the other day whilst I was at work. I mean at lunchtime, because I go to Morrison's every day at lunch. I think I'll probably either make some prawn and cocktail wraps or maybe some chicken sort of wraps. Ooh, how about some honey and garlicky sort of wrap? That was quite nice. Anyway, I also bought some asparagus. Yet to know what I'm going to make with this, but they're a new thing that I found I like, so I tend to buy them quite regularly. We have got some pumpkin seeds because I've run out of these, and I kind of like having these with pasta. Is that weird? Probably, but I like to have these when I'm having my pasta, especially if I'm having pasta with bacon and garlic and butter. These are nice too. I also put pine nuts in them as well. Just a little tidbit about me. We have got a courgette, just a single courgette, because they have packs of 3 usually, and I always end up using like 1.5 of them, and then the other half and 1 end up getting like rotten and disgusting because I don't use them in time. So I thought I would just get 1 this time round. I like using this now actually because I've got a spiralizer, like a manual spiralizer for Christmas, so I can make some spiralized spaghetti with like courgette spaghetti, or I think they call it courgette or something like that. I also actually quite like it like baked in the oven and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to say also, I usually get carrots on a regular basis as well, but they are also in my fridge. I'm planning to have sausages and I'm planning to have sausages and carrots and this next item for dinner tonight, which is this. You can't really see it very well, but it is a sweet potato. Again, with like much like the courgette. These all come in like packs of 5 or 6, and I get around to using like 2 of them, and then by the time I get around to eating the rest, they've all gone off or a bit weird. It's weird because I've never known in my life for them to go off. Like at my parents, they would just stay there for months and be fine. But I don't know if it's just my flat and like how warm my flat is, or I haven't got a cool enough room or something, but they always go off. So I have bought just one so I can have this at some point this week. I've got a lot of meat. So we've got 12 beef, carrots and onion meatballs, and we've also got some 14 smoked streaky bacon rashers. Streaky bacon is my fave way to go, and I always get it smoked and I always get streaky. It's weird if I don't get streaky at this point. And finally, just because I've been looking for these forever, it is the crunch corners, or middle corners as they call them now, toffee hoop version. I've been looking for these for months and they haven't been like in the store. I spotted it today and I had to go and buy it, so I bought that, and I'll probably have that later on today as a little snack. And there you have it. There is my little shop. I don't know yet what I'm going to make out of all this. As I said, I will probably freeze most of the meat and use them in the coming weeks. This is what I tend to do, is I will buy like at least once a month a whole stash of meat, put it in the freezer, and then over the next coming weeks I will then think of ideas of food to have with them. As I said, also meals for me tend to last like 4 servings generally, because I like to just have it ready to be put in the oven or the microwave and I can eat it. It's like meal prepping, but I don't really meal prep on a Sunday. I just make the dinners when I want to eat them, and I'll just make the 4 servings then, and then I'll put the rest in the fridge for coming days. And there we have it. I haven't got the patience to do meal prepping. It is something I want to do though. It is something I want to start doing. I think I would only meal prep my dinners though. I'm going to go because, as I said, this stuff needs to go in the fridge or the freezer, and there we go. Also, you may have noticed there's a whole lack of snacks in this area. I don't really snack that much, and if I do snack, I tend to have fruit and well, I mean that's a lie actually. When I'm at work I tend to have chocolate bars, but when I'm at home I don't really snack. I'm trying to actually cut down on the chocolate bars scenario and crisp scenario, so I am bringing more fruit into my daily life, which is why I've got grapes, oranges, apples and bananas in my household. And I would take an apple and a banana to work most days because I want to bring that in a little bit. There we have it. Yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little sneak peek into what I generally buy. I feel like it's not that much, but I am only one person and I live by myself, so I don't need a lot on a weekly basis. And I do, the only thing I really end up going through a lot the most is probably milk. I find half the time, depending on what I'm cooking or what I'm making, I will have to buy another milk midway through the week as well, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I always get a 2-pinter because it usually lasts me like a week. But that depends on what I'm eating, and if I realise I'm going low on it, I will not have tea in the evenings or in the mornings. I will step back from that and just have this for breakfast. Yeah, I find my ways around it. Anyway, I kind of like doing these. I find it quite interesting. I have to admit, I have watched many a video of people getting their foods, and there we have it. I'm gonna go. Bye guys.